Hey there, crypto traders and investors. It's Rod with How Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Friday, December 27th. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing fantastic. In this video, we're going to take a look at Hedera. We're going to bring up the HBAR chart. I'll give some technical analysis, my thoughts and opinions on the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. But spoiler alert, there could be a 50% correction on a lot of alts before we see full-blown alt season. And I think Hedera is potentially in store for a 50% correction as well before blast off. So we'll discuss all of that and more in today's video. There was also some news with regards to their partnership with SpaceX and then also with Intel and Nvidia. So there's been a lot of great news pieces, but generally, the price runs up and then it ended up being a sell the news event and we have the whole sector pulling back. So in my opinion, this is just them cooling the jets, right? These cryptos that are up 300, 500% in a very short period of time, in a month or less, you need to expect a 40 or 50% correction. That is definitely healthy in a bull market. I know it sounds weird to say it's going to pull back about 50% or 40, 50%. How can you do that in a bull market? But it's happened many, many times before. So before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future content. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I'm a very large holder of HBAR. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPal. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So we do have an hourly bear flag on HBAR at the moment. That is very close to confirming, and we have hourly bear flags as well on Bitcoin and across the sector. So again, if you're an HBAR maxi, which I don't think anybody should be a maxi of any coin, but if you are, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I see lots of H-barbarians, whatever you want to call them. So I'm a very, very big bull on HBAR as well. But if you're not looking at other cryptos, especially Bitcoin, then you're kind of missing out on the real big picture, right? And as of right now, everything's kind of exemplifying the same patterns at the moment. So we're going to expect more of the same for HBAR. On the hourly time frame, as you can see, it was a pretty weak bounce. We didn't close above the 0.32 fib there. So with that upper wick, even with that upper wick, it's still a potential bear flag here. So in order to confirm it, we need to lose the low at 27.3 cents. In order to negate it, we need to get above 28.3 cents. And then you just take your measured move from the high to the low there, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and that gives you the measured move of about 26 cents. So it's looking like another leg down here in the short term. And if we zoom out to the daily time frame, I want to really drive home the fact that, again, just because we pull back 40, 50%, doesn't mean that the bull market is over, right? When this was just at 4 pennies and went all the way up to 39 cents, that is a huge move in only 30 days. So over 800% in just 30 days, in 1 month. You need to expect a 40 to 50% correction. So how much have we pulled back so far from current levels? We're now down about 30% from the local high there. And then if we look at the recent, it was basically a double bottom there as well, and that was at 23 cents. If we look at that low, that's 40%. So a 50% correction would bring us down to around 19 cents. I think that makes a whole lot of sense. We could still see another bear cross here on the daily time frame as well of the daily EMAs. And if we zoom out to the weekly time frame here, you can see that EMA 12 is also there just under 19 cents. I think it's very likely that we would pull back to that 19 cent area, 20 cent psychological as well. And then after that, we have EMA 26 there at 13 cents. We also have support at the 50-day moving average at 21 cents. So there's a lot of support in that 20 cent area. And then really after that, we also have the 10-week moving average at 18 cents. So a lot of support in that, like I said, that 20 cent area. But after that, there's nothing until about 13 cents. As you can see, the 100-day and the 200 weekly are both sitting at 13 cents. So I would like to see us hold 19 cents, because if we lose that, we're probably heading down to 13 cents. And if we did, it would more than likely just be a flash crash. It'd probably be, an elevator move down and then a V-shape, very quick recovery. If we look at the weekly time frame here as well, we did have a stochastic bear cross on the weekly, so that was a little bit of a clue that we could potentially see more downside. And right now we're at risk of a weekly downtrend as well. So we have our high, we have our low, we have a lower high and a potential lower low. So key support going forward is going to be 23 cents. Lose that, and like I said, we could be seeing 19 cents. And then if we lose 19 cents, not great, as we would have no support down to about 13 cents, which is also weekly EMA 26. So tons of support there around 19. And then after that, nothing until about 13. If we take a look at the weekly time frame here as well on the moving averages, the 50 and the 100 weekly moving average just crossed, which was the first time in history. And now we're looking for the first ever 50 and 200 weekly moving average bull cross. And if we just bring up Ethereum here for one moment, the last time that happened on Ethereum was back in 2020, and then it peaked in 2021 and around the spring. And when that cross occurred of the 50 weekly and the 200 weekly, the price was at around $600 and went all the way up to almost 5,000. So just imagine what's going to happen with HBAR, which I would argue has a lot more utility and is a way better project than even Ethereum. So as of right now, we're looking pretty decent. We could see another leg down. Like I said, I think the most likely scenario is we do see a 50% correction, and it's probably not just going to be on HBAR, right? We're seeing it on a lot of altcoins. XRP is one of them. But yeah, pick your altcoin, any of those altcoins that are up, 300, 400, 500% plus in a month or a little over a month. Well, you need to expect that sizable pullback. And again, it's happened multiple times in 2017 where we had a huge impulse wave and then we corrected, in some cases it was over 60%. Even XRP in 2017 pulled back about 68% in a bull market before it saw its blow off top and final fifth wave. So something very similar could be in store for the altcoin market this cycle. I do think Bitcoin's probably going to still top out sometime in the next month or so, and then we'll see full-blown alt season likely into February and March, and then we're probably going to be due for an 80% correction after that, right? We've been in pretty much a 5-year bull market in crypto at the moment, so big tech, crypto, AI, it's been stealing the show, and I expect it to continue to do so over the next couple of months as we look for the new administration to be inaugurated as well on January 20th. There's so many things coming, potentially no tax on American cryptos. There's ETFs coming, which HBAR should benefit, and C1 as well at some point in 2025. So many catalysts, right? We have legislation, which is going to be a priority for Congress into 2025. That would give us, some sort of stablecoin legislation, and then, just an overall Fit 21, an overall clear rules of the road for the industry, right? And that's what we want. It's these companies that are, they're telling the SEC, they're telling the U.S. government, we want clear rules of the road. Like, we don't want to operate unregulated. We want to be regulated, right? And when they just need to know what they're doing that's illegal and what's legal. And right now it's very ambiguous, and they want to keep it that way, in my opinion, because they want to slow down the incumbents, right? The big banks, your JP Morgans, your Morgan Stanleys, right? So that they can catch up. But mark my words, in the next few months, we're going to see an alt season like you've never believed. If you haven't seen my previous HBAR videos, make sure to go check those out. I talk about how high it could go this cycle. I think, anywhere from that $3 to $5 area is very doable. We could even potentially hit anywhere from $8 to $10 on the high end, but I think $3 to $5 makes a whole lot of sense. Going there though, it's Rod with Power Group. Hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead. And thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section below. We'll continue the conversation there, and we'll catch you on the next one.